bí ẹni mowó Diamond 88.7 FM ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Bó bá jẹ́ lẹ́ka eré ìdárayá, ìfikùnlukùn, lẹ́ka àmúlùdùn, eré oníṣe àti àwọn orin aládìídùn fún ìgbádùn tiyín nìkan ni o. Diamond FM, ìkànnì tó ń tàn yẹrin yẹrin.
Looking for a reliable, up-to-date source of credible news at all time? Your shining Supreme station is the answer. Stay tuned for the news on the hour by 1 p.m. every day on Diamond 88.7 FM Iroyin. Shining Supreme. Diamond 88.7 FM is here to make sense out of your world through our balanced news coverage from the nooks and crannies of Nigeria and beyond. Journey with us through the news we tracked for you at this moment on your shining Supreme station.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Iroyin, this is News on the Hour.
In the headlines, President Tinubu hails Afenifere leader Fasoranti at 99. Oluwole Foundation sponsors NECO fees for 345 Ilorin Emirate students. Federal government repatriates 78 registered Nigerian trafficking victims. Underforeigns in India and Pakistan agree to ceasefire after days of attacks. In sports, Super Eagles coach to invite 12 home-based players for Unity Cup. A very wonderful afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us for the news on the hour on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. I am Nedu Okorie. We bring you details of the news after this break. Do stay with us.
Drug abuse affects both brain and behavior. It has multifaceted impacts on one's body, mind, and nervous system. However, you can avoid being addicted by giving zero tolerance to the use of drugs. Associate yourself with the right persons. Do not give in to peer pressure and learn to handle life's pressure rather than resorting to hard substances. Remember, Diamond 88.7 FM cares for your sound spirit and good health.
This message is from Diamond 88.7 FM.
You're welcome back from that short break. Please do note that you can listen to us via our website on www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887FM and on YouTube, Diamond FM Ilorin. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has lauded elder statesman and Afenifere leader Pa Ruben Famuyide Fasoranti as a rare Nigerian who gave his all to public service and served unblemished in every role he occupied. In a glowing tribute to the nonagenarian on the occasion of his 99th birthday, President Tinubu extolled the Afenifere leader's decades-long legacy of integrity, resilience, and unwavering commitment to progressive ideals. According to the president, Fasoranti has remained a steadfast symbol of leadership, grace, and purpose, serving as a model who shaped the values of generations of politicians and activists. Tinubu called on all Nigerians to draw lessons from Fasoranti's life of service, courage, and conviction. And in Kwara State, the Kwara State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Lawal Olalekan Olongbebe, has called on all well-meaning individuals to emulate the kind of gesture of the chairman of Oluwole Foundation, Apostle Oluwole Awotuyi, who collaborated with the Ilorin Emirate Descendants Progressive Union to pay NECO fees of 345 students from across the 5 local governments in Ilorin Emirate. Dr. Olongbebe made the call during the presentation of checks to the beneficiaries of the program at the IEDPU Secretariat in Ilorin. He advised the beneficiaries to make good use of the opportunity by performing well in the examination.
We, the government and the of Kwara State, we appreciate Apostle Oluwole for this. The entire foundation, and we are actually enjoining others from within the state. Those who are Kwarans, non-Kwarans, is actually a role model to everybody. The fact that you are not from a state does not mean you should not contribute positively to the development of that. And that is exactly what is exhibiting now. That's exactly what is displaying now. So we want to plead with others that also have everything they are doing in Kwara State, friends of the government, friends of the state generally, to also contribute their own quota towards the development of the state, especially on education. There are so many things we can do as far as education is concerned. Scholarship is one of those things. There are so many schools there that some of us have graduated from. We can always go back to the schools to ensure we give back to the schools.
Meanwhile, the National President Ilorin Emirate Descendants Progressive Union IEDPU Alhaji Abdulmumini Ayo Abdul Malik thanked the chairman, Oluwole Foundation, Apostle Oluwole Awotuyi, for sponsoring the bursary program of the union.
Just to point out straight away that a philanthropist under the name of Oluwole Foundation provided the money for this scheme purposely to collaborate with IADP progressive strides, particularly in education. We commend his wholehearted kindness for this and his other regular supportive roles.
Some of the beneficiaries of the bursary who spoke with Diamond FM News thanked the organizers of the program while they promised to make judicious use of the opportunity.
The senior secondary school there, I really appreciate them for what but they are supporting, for the opportunity that they give to us. We really appreciate. We know that God has blessed them, but God will still continue to be blessed.
I'm so happy to be one of the person that gained this thing because I'm one of the students in our school. I'm one of the best students, so I'm really glad to be among of those people who benefit from this IDPU Oluwole Foundation. So I'm really glad to be among of the students.
Meanwhile, the chairman Oluwole Foundation, Apostle Oluwole Awotuyi, who was represented by the general manager, Diamond FM Ilesha, Badiwa Adeyemi, expressed happiness to be part of the program where tomorrow's leaders are empowered.
Unable to join their peers in the classrooms due to financial constraints, has consistently stirred up deep compassion in Apostle Awotuyi's heart. Having been blessed to call Ilorin home for many decades, it fills him with immense pride to collaborate with the community stakeholders in our mission to elevate the quality of life, for our mission to elevate the
And moving away from there, the federal government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has announced the successful repatriation of 78 Nigerians into the country. The statement signed by the ministry's spokesman, Kemebi Ebenfa, indicated that the operation was facilitated by the Embassy of Nigeria in Abidjan, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, the Nigerian community in Abidjan, as well as the International Organization for Migration, IOM. According to the federal government, the exercise, which was in collaboration with Air Peace Airlines, was at no cost to the federal government, while condemning in the strongest terms the inhumane and criminal act of human trafficking which exploits vulnerable individuals, especially said among those released were 2 pregnant women and 2 nursing mothers. The governor during the visit expressed concern over the growing number of inmates awaiting trial, disclosing that out of 1,939 inmates in custody, only 382 had been convicted, while 1,536 were still awaiting trial. Yusuf stated that his administration would collaborate with the judiciary to fast-track the dispensation of justice and ease congestion in correctional centers across the state. And lastly, on the local scene, 2 dispatch riders were confirmed dead and 1 driver injured today in a truck collision on the Eko Bridge, Lagos State. This was disclosed in a statement by the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority (LASMA) on their X platform. According to the statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department of LASMA, Adebayo Taufik, one of the trucks was reportedly moving at high speed when the driver, suspected to have been dozing, lost control and rammed into another truck ahead. It said the impact caused a 20-foot container to detach and fall, crushing on 2 dispatch riders who were on the route at the time. Taufik added that officials who were on routine monitoring And you're welcome back from the break. You're still listening to the news on the hour, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. We now move on to foreign stories. Pakistan and India have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire after days of deadly jet fighter, missile, drone and artillery attacks. The news was surprisingly announced by U.S. President Donald Trump, who... Still on the foreign scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that he expects Russia to commit to a 30-day ceasefire, adding that Kyiv was ready to meet Russia for direct truce talks. Zelensky said so far after Russia's Vladimir Putin called on Kyiv to meet in Istanbul for talks on May 12 at a nighttime press conference in the Kremlin, but did not commit to a ceasefire. On the visit to Kyiv, the leaders of France, the UK, Germany, and Poland pressured Russia with U.S. President Donald Trump's support to commit to an unconditional ceasefire in Ukraine starting from Monday. Russia's invasion has dragged on for more than 3 years and killed thousands of people. Kyiv and its Western allies have argued that an unconditional ceasefire would be the only way to help find a diplomatic solution to the 3-year conflict. And that's it on the foreign scene. We now move on to sports stories.
Diamond FM Sports News.
And in sports news, Super Eagles head coach Eric Chelle will include no fewer than 12 local players in his squad for the Unity Cup Invitational Tournament. Kano Pillars have already confirmed the invitation of their captain, Ahmed Musa, for the 4-nation tournament. Musa will be joined by 11 other players from the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL), the likes of Nduka Jr., Sikiru Alimi, Papa Daniel Mustafa, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, and Adamu Abubakar are also expected to make the roster. Chelle wants to use the tournament as part of his preparation for the African Nations Championship (CHAN). Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago are the other countries that will participate in the London tourney. And with that, we've come to the end of news on the hour. But before we go, here is the recap of the major highlights. President Tinubu hails Afenifere leader Fasoranti at 99. Oluwole Foundation sponsors NECO fees for 345 Ilorin Emirate students. Federal government repatriates 78 registered Nigerian trafficking victims. On the foreign scene, India and Pakistan agreed to cease fire after days of attacks. In sports news, Super Eagles coach to invite 12 home-based players for Unity Cup. And before we go, did you know that on this day in 1996, Nigeria's first president, Nnamdi Azikiwe, died at the age of 91? And for news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 0916 062 7526. The news on the hour was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi. My name is Nedu Okorie. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and stand by for the news on the hour in Yoruba language. A very good afternoon to you.
Orúkọ mi ni Yèyélúà Tóyìn Adégbọlá. Mo sì ti lé ní 50 ọdún láyé láàyè àtàyè ìdẹ̀ra. Ìgbòkègbodò mi pọ̀ gan-an nínú iṣẹ́ tí mo yàn láàyò gẹ́gẹ́ bí òṣèré orí ìtàgé. Kì í sì rẹ̀ mí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í sú mi. Àwọ̀ mi sì ń jí pépépé síbi ìtọ́mọ tuntun lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀dí abájọ. Monomin Plus atẹ́jẹ̀ṣe oògùn tó ń fi epo ẹja cod liver oil ṣẹjọ́ ẹ̀ food supplement ni. Èròjà ẹ peléke, ó ń tara ṣe, ó ń máradán, ó ń jẹ́ kọ́mọdé dàgbà dáadáa, ó sì ń jẹ́ kí àgbàlagbà máa ta kébékébé. Monomin Plus.
Monomin Plus fún èròjà tó ń tún inú ara ṣe lẹ́yìn ìwádìí ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀. A tún fi èròjà cod liver oil epo ẹja sí i ló fi wá di oògùn méjì tá a papọ̀ sínú ẹyọ kan ṣoṣo. La fi ń pè é ní Monomin Plus. Iléeṣẹ́ Tuyi Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Monomin Plus. Monomin Plus.
Látinú yàrá ìròyìn Diamond 88.7 FM Ìlọrin, ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́.
Ṣáájú ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. Ààrẹ Tinubu gbòṣùbára bàdẹ ránṣẹ́ sí adarí àgbẹ̀ Afẹ́nifẹ́re Fásọ̀rántì tó ń ṣe ọjọ́ bí. Àjọ ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú Olúwọlé Foundation ṣe ìrànwọ́ owó ìdánwò NECO fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń wà ní ìlú Ìlọrin. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí kó àwọn mọ̀lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n tó 180 tí wọ́n há sílé òkèrè padà sílé. Ní ilé òkèrè ilẹ̀ India, Pakistan buwọ́lu àdéhùn kógun omi kógun sinmi. Olùkọ́ni fún ikọ̀ Super Eagles ilẹ̀ yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn agbábọ́ọ̀lù 12 tó ń gbọ̀wọ̀ lábẹ́lẹ̀ fún ìdíje ẹlẹ́nu mẹ́rin ọlọ́rọ̀ sẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ó wáyé nílùú London. Ẹ̀ka àsán akíwà pé a kú ìsinmi òní. Ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ láti ìkànnì Diamond 88.7 tó wà nílọrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara. Taiwo Adeyemi lóníròyìn yẹn ká sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè gbọ́ wá jákèjádò àgbáláyé ní ojú ìtàkùn www.diamondfm.net wá kékeré jákèjádò àgbáláyé ní ojú òpó ìdọ́rẹ̀ Facebook wa ní Diamond 887 FM. Ẹ̀kọ́ náà bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìsinmi ráńpẹ́ yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí akínyìn pé ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀.
Ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ láti ilé iṣẹ́ Diamond FM.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà, ìròyìn náà rèé ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ ilẹ̀ yìí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti gbé òṣùbàrà bàdẹ ránṣẹ́ sí èèkàn adarí ilẹ̀ yìí tó jẹ́ adarí ẹgbẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re bàbá àgbà Reuben Fámúyìdí Fásọ̀rántì wípé ó jẹ́ àpèwáwò ọmọlẹ̀ yìí tó fara sin àwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni kò ní ààlà nínú aṣọ rẹ̀ nínú iṣẹ́ ìkó èrè tí Tinubu rán sí Fásọ̀rántì tó pé ẹni ọdún 99. Ààrẹ Tinubu ṣàlàyé adarí Afẹ́nifẹ́re ọ̀hún wípé ó jẹ́ ẹni tó ní òtítọ́ tó sì farajì fún ìtẹ̀síwájú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ ṣèwé Fásọ̀rántì. Ó ní ó jẹ́ àpèwáwò adarí nílẹ̀ yìí. Ó wá ké sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí kí wọ́n wo irú ìgbésẹ̀ Fásọ̀rántì láti máa gbé ìgbé ayé wọn pàápàá jùlọ bó ṣe jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ akíkanjú. Kọmíṣánná fún ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ọ̀mọ̀wé Lawal Ọlálékan Ọlọ́rungbẹ́bẹ̀ ti ké sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí kí wọ́n wo irú ìgbésẹ̀ tó léde látọwọ́ alága àjọ ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú olúwọlé foundation apostle olúwọlé awótúyè ṣàpapọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú ìlọrin láti rí i pé wọ́n san owó ìdánwò inú mẹ́wàá neco tí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń jẹun bíbí ìlú ìlọrin tí wọ́n tó 495 ọlọ́run gbẹ́bẹ̀ gbàsọ̀ lánàá níbi ètò kan tó wáyé tán fi sọ̀wédowó sọ̀wọ́ sí àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún ní olú iléeṣẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ibi ìlú ìlọrin tó wà ní ìlú ìlọrin ó wá ké sí àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ àǹfààní ètò ọ̀hún kan láǹfààní náà ìdánwò ọ̀hún kí wọ́n kọ dáradára nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ibi ìlú ìlọrin alhaji adùnmọ́mí ayọ̀ abdulmalik dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ alága àjọ ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú ti olúwọlé foundation apostle wọlé awótúyè tó ṣe ìrànwọ́ owó ọ̀hún tó ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún àjọ náà alága ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú olúwọlé foundation apostle awótúyè ẹni tí adarí àgbà iléeṣẹ́ diamond tìlú iléṣà pàdéwà adéyẹmí ṣojú fún fínú ẹ̀ràn ó tẹ̀síwájú pé inú àjọ òun ló dùn láti ṣe ìrànwọ́ pàápàá jùlọ láti ṣe ìrànwọ́ fún àwọn adarí ọjọ́ ọ̀la díẹ̀ lára àwọn tó jẹ́ àǹfààní ètò ọ̀hún tó sọ̀rọ̀ papọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìkànnì diamond tìlú ìlọrin dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò ọ̀hún dẹ́kun fífi ẹni ṣòwò ẹrú nátìpù àti àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tí wọ́n wà ní ìlú abidjan àti àjọ àgbáyé tó ń rí sí ìrìn àjò ìyáàdì ọ̀hún ṣe ó tẹ̀síwájú pé àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún ó ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí kún wọn wọlé pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ọkọ̀ ojú òfurufú airpc tó sì kó wọn ní ọ̀fẹ́ nígbà tó ń bẹnu àtẹ́lu ìwọ ọ̀daràn fífi ẹni ṣòwò ẹ̀rọ tẹ̀síwájú pé púpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ló jẹ́ àwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n ti bàlágà ìjọba kẹ́jẹ́ láti rí pé ó dáàbò bo gbogbo àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yìí pàápàá jùlọ kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń fi ní ṣòwò ẹ̀rọ. láti ìpínlẹ̀ kánò gómìnà abba yusuf ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti rí i pé wọ́n fún àwọn obìnrin 8 lómìnira kúrò nínú ọgbà àtúnṣe garoduse tó sì ṣe pé ó sanwó ìtanràn wọn àtowó tó yẹ kí wọ́n san gómìnà ìgbésẹ̀ náà nígbà tó ṣe àbẹ̀wò jẹ́jẹ́ sí ọgbà àtúnṣe ọ̀hún tó ń kún àkúnfàyà. ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ni àmúwáṣe tí gbọ̀nyìn láti ìkànnì diamond 88.7 tó wà nílọrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ kwara lẹ́yìn ìsinmi ráńpẹ́ yìí a lọ sí ilẹ̀ òkèrè níbi tí ilẹ̀ india àti ilẹ̀ pakistan ti buwọ́lu àdéhùn kógunmi-kógunsinmi látàrí aáwọ̀ tó bẹ́lẹ̀ láàrin ilẹ̀ méjèèjì lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí akínyìn pé ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀.
ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ìtàkùn káyélujára wa ìtàkùn ìbádọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ facebook ìtàkùn abẹ́yẹfò twitter àti instagram lórí diamond 887 fm diamond fm shining supreme. ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ láti ilé iṣẹ́ diamond fm.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ni àmúwáṣe tí gbọ̀nyìn láti ìkànnì diamond 88.7 tó wà nílọrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ kwara ìròyìn ọ̀hún tẹ̀síwájú ní ilẹ̀ òkèrè ilẹ̀ pakistan àti ilẹ̀ india ti gbà láti kọ́wọ́ bọ àdéhùn kógunmi-kógunsinmi lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ díẹ̀ tí lẹ́mìíjì tí ń ṣe ìkọlù adóolóró sí ara wọn ìkéde ọ̀hún ló léde láti ọwọ́ ààrẹ ilẹ̀ amẹ́ríkà donald trump tó kí wọ́n kó rẹ̀ ipò wọn lo ọgbọ́n orí wọn láti tètè parí aáwọ̀ náà wọn ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ní ilẹ̀ pakistan àti india ti fìdí ẹ̀ ti wà níkàlẹ̀. síbẹ̀ ní ilé òkèrè ààrẹ ilẹ̀ ukraine volodymyr zelensky ti ṣàlàyé wípé onírètí wípé ilẹ̀ russia yóò farajìn fún àdéhùn kógunmi-kógunsinmi òní 30 ọjọ́ wọn kò ṣetán láti pé òun ṣèpàdé papọ̀ pẹ̀lú ilẹ̀ russia láti rí i pé wọ́n buwọ́lu àdéhùn kógunsinmi ọ̀hún zelensky fòun léde lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ààrẹ ilẹ̀ russia vladimir putin ti kéde pé kílẹ̀ ukraine wá síbi ìpàdé kan tí ó wáyé ní istanbul ní ọjọ́ 12 oṣù karùn-ún àmọ́ ó kún láti fún un léde bó ṣe tán láti fọrajì fún ìlànà kógunsinmi lẹ́yìn abẹ́wò kan tó wáyé sí ilẹ̀ Ukraine láti ọwọ́ àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ France, ilẹ̀ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, ilẹ̀ Germany àti ilẹ̀ Poland pẹ̀lú ìgbésẹ̀ tó léde láti ọwọ́ ààrẹ ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà Donald Trump wípé àsìkò tó kí wọ́n fi léde ìlànà kógun omi kógun sinmi bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọ̀la ọjọ́ ajé. Ilẹ̀ Russia ó ní ó ti ń ṣe kọlù sí ilẹ̀ Ukraine láti nǹkan bíi ọdún mẹ́ta ṣèké ní báyìí wọ́n ti já ọkàn mi ọ̀bítíbitì àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn alátìlẹ́yìn ilẹ̀ Ukraine ti ń béèrè wípé àsìkò tó kí wọ́n buwọ́ lu àdéhùn kógun omi kógun sinmi kò sì pé wọ́n jókòó ìfikùnlukùn láti parí aáwọ̀ náà tó ti wà ńlẹ̀ fún nǹkan bíi ọdún mẹ́ta ó lé. Lábala ìròyìn eré ìdárayá olùkọ́ni fún ikọ̀ àgbábọ́ọ̀lù àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí Super Eagles ẹ̀rí tẹ́lẹ̀ yóò pé ó kéré tán àwọn àgbábọ́ọ̀lù lẹ́yìn tán gbá bọ́ọ̀lù lábẹ́lẹ̀ tán tó 12 fún ìdíje ọlọ́rọ̀ọ́sọ̀rẹ̀ aránipẹ̀ni tí ó wáyé ní ìlú London. Ikọ̀ rp fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé balógun ikọ̀ ọ̀hún Ahmed Musa ó ní wọ́n ti pè fún ìdíje ọlọ́rọ̀ọ́sọ̀rẹ̀ ẹlẹ́nu mẹ́rin ọ̀hún. Musa ó ní wọ́n pè pẹ̀lú àwọn àgbábọ́ọ̀lù 11 tó ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù nínú líìgì ilẹ̀ yìí. Àgbábọ́ọ̀lù tí wọ́n pè ó ní Nduka Junior, Sikiru Alimi, Papa Daniel Mustapha, Ifeanyi Oyebuchi àti Adamu Abubakar. Tẹ́lẹ̀ yóò lo ìdíje ọ̀hún láti gbáradì fún ìdíje CHAN ilẹ̀ Ghana, Jamaica àti Trinidad and Tobago ní kópa ìdíje ọ̀hún tí ó wáyé ní ìlú London. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀gbọ́n àwọn kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn ọ̀hún. A kà fún yín pé ààrẹ Tinubu gbóṣùbàrà bàdé ránṣẹ́ sí Fáṣọ̀rántì tó pé ẹni ọdún 99. A kà fún yín pé Ajẹ́lẹ́ńdà ní Holy Foundation ṣe ìrànwọ́ owó ìdánwò NECO fún akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan ní ìlú Ìlọrin. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí kó àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó yẹ ipò wọn tó 180 padà sílé tí wọ́n á sí ilé òkèrè. Ní ilé òkèrè a ti kà fún yín wípé ilẹ̀ India Pakistan bọ́ọ̀lù àdéhùn kógun kógun sinmi. Lákòótán a kà fún yín wípé olùkọ́ni kọ Super Eagles tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn agbábọ́ọ̀lù 12 tábọ̀ lábẹ́lẹ̀ fún ìdíje ọlọ́rẹ̀ẹ́sọ̀rẹ̀ kan tí ó wáyé ní London. Tó èyí lópin ìròyìn ọ̀hún. Abíọ́dún Akínwùmí ní olóòtú ìròyìn Taiwo Adeyemi lótú tó kà á ṣetí gbọ̀nyìn. Ẹ ṣé gan tí ẹ ń gbọ́ ìkànnì Diamond 88.7 tó wà ní Ìlọrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí akíwá pé a kú ìsinmi òní.
Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní ìtàkùn káyélujára wa, ìtàkùn ìbádọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Facebook, ìtàkùn abẹ́yẹfò Twitter àti Instagram lórí Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.